I'm Lee Selby, and I'm a fighter by trade.
Now down at Barry Island, Lee. Great running for you around here.
Yeah, I enjoy running on the beach. I train here near enough every day. There's a big gym there, Muscle Fitness. I train there, do my strength and conditioning, and I use the beach for my running. It's not so nice when the weather's a bit gloomy like today, but when the sun's out, summertime, it's packed out and it's a nice place.
What was it like growing up around there?
It was good. I can remember great times with me and my brothers, my sisters coming down here. You know, we'd make a little picnic, we'd come down with our parents. Yeah, there was no butlins, so it was like a tourist beach. It was very busy during the summer months, so it was nice growing up there.
Where did you grow up around here?
The first place we lived in was Elizabeth Avenue. It's like a council estate. And like my sister still lives there now. My two aunties live there. We obviously lived there. So we moved from there to Winston Square, which is around the corner from Elizabeth Avenue. It was like a park in the centre, a square of shops, and then flats on the top of the shops. So that's where we moved then. They've knocked that down now. They've built over it. And then to the Buttrose. Well, yeah, it was great times growing up.
Now you're in a lovely part of Wales now.
No, we moved to the posh end. We're like 5 minutes out from Barry, but it's like sort of an upper class area. So my kids won't get to enjoy the luxuries of the council estate life. But you know, I wouldn't change it for the world.
But it's great for you that you can give them that life through your magnificent achievements.
And I say with my hard work and all the sacrifices I make, it's putting it into place for my kids. Like, cause myself, look at me, I don't need nothing in life. I'm happy. Like £100 a week is more than enough for me. So I can't remember the last time I bought myself anything. Everything I earn is going into my kids.
Do you ever go on holiday?
I go on holiday, but again, that's for the kids. I'm happy in my bloody back garden with my chickens and my dogs. But we go on holiday, obviously, but that's for the kids and just to build memories for the kids.
So what about when your missus says, oh, you need some new clothes, some new jeans, some new t-shirts?
To be honest, I'm lucky. I got a few sponsors that sort me the clothes. I got like Intense Menswear. I got Cardiff Taste Buddies supplying my food. So I don't really need to buy nothing. I don't need no luxuries. I'm happy.
You even get your coffee for free, don't you?
I get my
pay to drink
that's
coffee.
the main thing, the coffee. I get the free coffee. But like, I don't need a lot of life.
Just live a very simple life.
Simple life for a simple guy.
Lee, you're all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks for inviting us to you.
No problem.
What I can say is a lovely home and a
Thank you.
fine village. A lot of years of hard work to get this, isn't it?
Well, I've been doing it from the age of 8. I had my first fight when I was 10. Turned pro when I was 21. And yeah, few years of aircraft.
Do you feel satisfied when with your career when you see yourself sitting in here at night and that you've come from a council estate in Barry and achieved this?
To be honest, I'm still not satisfied. There's still something missing. There's still a lot more for me, I think.
Oh, there's a lot more, but I mean, satisfied in what you've got yourself so far from boxing. In the sense of the things you provided for your family.
Well, I have done well in that sense, but still I want more. I'm still hungry.
Do you go back to Barry at all, the old estate? Do you still see
yeah,
friends?
I'm only literally 5 minutes away from Barry Town Centre. When you come up here, it's like you're in the countryside. So I go back every day.
You enjoy village life though in Penmark?
Yeah, I think I was sort of born for village life. You know, I like to be out in the countryside. I'm into like my field sports and hunting and shooting and stuff. So I fit in well with it.
Do you go hunting and shooting a lot?
Yeah, I go hunting, shooting. I got like lurchers, ferrets. I got like a little terrier. I got the chickens out the back. So yeah, I fit in well with it.
Your back.
Nice omelette, yeah.
No, put all of them there.
This is all the Selby Zoo, yeah?
Selby's farm, Selby Zoo, whatever you want to call it. We're thinking about getting like a little micro pig as well. It's just having somewhere to put it. Oh.
Where you best at, shooting or boxing?
Boxing.
Yeah, you thought about it, your shooting's getting there.
Yeah.
Which one's your favourite dog?
Which one?
Buck.
Buck, the terrier.
Yeah.
Should you show him the ferrets?
And Mickey is my favourite.
Mickey, which one's?
Not London.
Do you like the big old boy there?
That's London, huh?
I don't like London.
Oh!
Fat dog we call them, don't we?
I like the teeny bit.
Oh, you like fat dog or teeny bit?
Yeah.
Should we go and see the ferrets? Come on then.
Planning to get more animals at all?
I don't think there's enough room. I'll have to get a bigger house or a bigger garden. Or a farm or something.
You like that, would you, one day, a farm?
I think it's a bit too much hard work. Once I'm done with my boxing, that's it. I'm just going to chill out, get a big, nice fat belly,
Oh yeah?
and that's it.
You'll be one of those guys once boxing's over, we'll never see you again.
Can I give another one
I don't know.
to them?
I'm saying that now, but
Sounds to me like
I
you're
don't know.
thinking that once you finish your boxing, you'll walk away, you won't trade anyone, you just enjoy life and enjoy what you...
that's what I'd like to do, but you know, it's hard. Once you've been in the once you've been in the game for so long, it's hard just to put a stop to something. Isn't it? Once you've been doing something every day from a young age. But it would be nice just to win a few big fights, earn a bit of dough,
I need to wash my
delete my
hands.
social media accounts, and just forget all about the boxing.
You're not into social media. I see you've got a Twitter account now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Facebook.
I guess I was a stick on it.
What do you get stick for? What are people?
Anything. It used to be my moustache, because they couldn't mock me too much about my boxing, because I was pretty decent. So they'd pick up something else, my moustache, and bloody, I don't know, all sorts.
What would you say? Did you used to reply, or you just not?
Sometimes, but they're just so daft. You can't tell them what's what, because they're so thick.
So
they just carry on arguing.
What
You can't win.
What are you getting at the moment?
Nothing at the moment, to be honest. I'm doing okay. I get a couple of Northerners give me a bit of stick about Josh Warrington. But they're football fans, they haven't got a clue what they're watching. They'll soon learn.
There's a bit of rivalry you and Josh building, isn't there?
What's that?
There's a bit of rivalry yourself
Yeah, he's
and
built
Josh.
a bit of a rivalry, yeah. It's nothing to do with me. Just another challenger. To me, I think he's got a bit personal about it, I think. That's me, it's just another
Well, you just met him once before.
Yeah. That was it. So I think a reporter asked for a photo of us together. Shook hands, that was it. He seemed like a nice kid then, but like coming across like on the TV or whatever, he don't seem so nice as he did back then.
It's looking good for you though, isn't it? If you look ahead to next year, you've got must be Josh in, I presume, March or April, and then you win that. Must only be Carl Frampton, possibly Belfast, Cardiff, wherever, open air stadium. Two open air stadium
Two big stadium fights back to back.
It's massive.
Then pair, then go and challenge one of the other champions.
Go back to America then, yeah.
That'd be perfect.
How did you get into boxing, Lee?
My dad, he's like a boxing fanatic. As soon as he was old enough to put on the gloves, he was fighting in the living room, and he sent us down to the local gym. I think, I was 8 years of age. And then my younger brother, as soon as he was old enough, he was down with me.
Had you tried any sports before then?
Only in school, like kicking the ball about, but I had 2 left feet. I was no good at that. Went to the boxing gym, and like straight away I felt comfortable. And you know, I felt like I had a little bit of talent. The trainer seen it, my dad seen it, and then it started getting serious then.
Did you fall into love with boxing quickly?
Yes and no. Because we started at such a young age, it seemed a bit of a chore, like getting sent to the gym every other day. And there was a local guy, Craig Smythe. He used to drive. He bought a minibus. He'd drive from the local area, the Colquitt area, pick up all the boys, and drive us down to the boxing gym. And there was times when my dad would send us to the bus stop to get picked up. Me and my two brothers, we'd sneak off and we'd like go on, it was like going on the mitch from school. So we'd go off. 2 hours later we'd come back home and say we'd been to the gym. So at times it seemed like a chore and we didn't want to do it, but then other times it was good.
What was you like at school?
When I turned up, I was okay. And when I reached like 14 and 15, instead of going to school, I'd sort of like, similar to like the boxing, we'd go on the mitch and we'd go off in the woods and stuff, messing about.
What would you be up to? Boozing?
You want to know? Go on, I can't tell you.
No, not good.
Not very, very ungood. But that's part of growing up.
Does that help your development then?
I think so, yeah. I think so. And like some of the stuff I did when I was younger.
What sort of stuff?
Just the same sort of stuff that the kids in the local area do. Like most council estates, like there's not a lot to do. So you're out drinking and smoking weed and all that crap. But from doing that from a young age, I sort of got it out my system. And now I know for certain I won't be doing it again now in my later life, where it really matters.
Well, we've seen you at your home today. You can see you're just a settled family man. You've got your children, your wife, and your farm.
That's it, my little farm, my flock of chickens, my ferrets, my dogs, and that's it, my kids. That's what it's about now. Just family.
3 and 2. 1, 2, and 2.
What made you take Lee to the gym when he was 8 years of age?
He just wanted to start boxing at 8 years of age. So we thought it'd be a good idea. I did a bit about, done a bit myself. Many years ago, my father did a bit too. So it's a family now.
Oh, so it's your dad, you?
Yeah, it goes down the line, yeah.
How old was he before anyone, yourself or anybody else, thought he's special?
After his third amateur fight, I think. Really? He'd always like, every year he'd win the World Championship. I think he won about 10, 11 years, same as his brother Andrew. But he was doing it, but he'd get to the British finals and lose like something crazy, like by a point or something, where he wasn't taking it serious enough.
Was his intention always to become a professional?
Well, not really. From the age of 16 to about 19, he didn't have that many fights, maybe a handful. The interest one day was actually working. So we got approached to be a professional. We decided to come to Tony Ball's gym. Took him into his ring. He got paid his first fight. I think, not a lot of money, a few hundred quid. He thought, well, this is better than working. So we went back to the boxing, and after every amateur, I think his second, third fight, you see the improvement. Yeah.
Did you, when he turned professional, was you expecting him to be this? Given that he hardly boxes for 3 years.
Did I think he'd be what he ended up?
What he is now, yeah.
No, not whatsoever. But after 3 or 4 fights, when he's out winning, like I think it was about his 8th fight, I think he fought for the Welsh, and he was knocking people off. I think he knocked out his next 5 people. I thought, this kid's starting to do something. Then he, of course, he chucked him in Stephen Smith, knocked Stephen Smith out, who I still regard today as a great fighter. I think he was world-class material, I don't know, but I was rating him in the amateurs. We knew him, we knew he was a great fighter. In the, as a professional, you can see he was a great fighter.
What's it like training with your brother Andrew when you're competitive against each other?
In the early days, it was competitive. When we was around the same weight, and then like the spars would get a little bit out of hand. He used to beat me up. And as I grew, I got a little bit bigger and stronger. I had to hold back and all. So now we sort of like help each other out, rather than compete against each other.
What about if you're running against each other? Is that still competitive? That sort of.
To be honest, when I'm running with anyone, if I'm running on the roads and I see like a woman keep fit running on like a mile ahead of me, I gotta overtake them. And if I'm on the treadmill in the gym, someone gets on next to me, I won't get off until they do. It's competitive. So with my brother, I always try and stay like maybe a foot or two just ahead of him.
How tough a start was it to your professional career? Because I think you lost a brother at the time, and it was a slow start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough start, and not many people go through their professional career the same as me. I started from the lowest, just across literally a stone throw. I could throw a stone to the venue from here, in a little leisure centre, a couple of 100 people, no money, no TV, and I worked my way up from the lowest of the sport right to the top, to the pinnacle.
Your dad tells us that he thinks the penny dropped when you got your first pay packet after a fight.
Well, it helped a lot.
That's when you suddenly thought this is
Rather
better than working.
fighting for a plastic man or a vest, you're earning money, then you really start to knuckle down.
Did you, when you went professional, you suffered an early career loss, perhaps understand with a lot going on in your life with the loss you suffered. Did you ever think you'd be a world champion?
Yeah, I fought it from a kid in the amateur gym. I think I was the only one in the world that did, but I just believed that I would.
You've bounced back brilliantly, haven't you, since from the many? From you look at the Stephen Smith knockout. It's just everything's been fantastic.
I think that loss opened a few doors for me. You know, back I got excuses as long as I am for why I lost the fight. The first one is that I was ill. I had shingles, and the second one I thought I won the fight. I was the away fighter, lost the first round. Second round was even. Won the second two. Won the last two. Sorry, but being the away fighter, obviously the referees usually go with the home fighter. If it was in the Newport Leisure Centre, I would have got the decision. I would have.
You haven't just done it the traditional way, Celtic, Welsh, British, Commonwealth, European, international titles to become a world champion. You was a road warrior before a lot of boxers now.
Because I had my first maybe two fights or 3 fights in the Leisure Centre. Then I was going away. I was fighting on Frank Maloney's. Well, it was Frank Maloney then, Kelly Maloney, fighting on them bills early on. I was like the away opponent, supposed to get beat, but I was winning the fights. Then I got my first title fight, the Welsh title, won that by knockout. And then the Celtic title, won that by knockout. British and Commonwealth, again knockouts, and all the defences were knockouts. And that's when I started really going into it, earning decent money, and took it very, very serious. And I've won like every available title: Welsh, Celtic, British, Commonwealth, European, 2 WBC international titles, 2 world title eliminators, and the IBF World title.
How good has Tony Borg been for your career?
He's helped massively. I've been with him since day one from my professional debut. There was two top professional coaches at the time. That was Tony Borg and Enzo Kawasaki. So it was a choice between them two. My dad advised me to come to this gym first, St. Joseph's. Met up with Tony, watched a few sessions. I had a few sessions with him on the pads and stuff. We gelled, and the rest is history.
Again. And 4. Double jab. 3, 2, 3. Double jab. Jab and hook. Jab there, hook there. That way. That's it.
Tony, tell us the type of person Lee is to train.
Oh, it's a dream to train. He doesn't come to the gym to train. He comes to the gym because he wants to be in the gym. He just loves it. He doesn't come here and think, right, got an hour of this or hour and a half of this and can't wait to get home. He just enjoys every part of it. And if you ever say to him, listen, that's how we're going to do an extra 2, he's right up for it. He could spare 8 rounds in the gym, suddenly walks in and he wants to do another 4.
Have you ever had to
hold him back all the time?
Have you ever had to tell him off at all? You ever shouted at him?
Right at the very beginning, when he just wasn't used to the training we do. It's a good community here. They all train hard. Everyone bounced off each other, and he obviously wasn't used to it. So it took a bit of time. But they say the cream rises to the top, and he excels in everything. He does really well.
His dad was telling us that he thinks the penny dropped and he fell in love with boxing totally when he got his first paycheck.
Yeah, he doesn't. As I say, he doesn't come here because I got to train, I got to box, I got to fight coming out next week. He just can't wait for it. He loves it. Looks at all the opponents out there, looks up to him. I want to fight him. He wants the big fights. You know, I'm saying that now, even when he was like a Welsh champion, he wanted the British title fight, he wanted the Commonwealth title, he wanted the European.
he's still hungry. His feet's firmly on the ground, but he's still hungry.
And he's done it the traditional way: Welsh, Celtic, British, Commonwealth, then briefly the European.
European, and
the internationals,
the eliminators. Done it all. Avoided nobody. Chased one or two. You fight anyone.
And how does it feel for you? You've been with him since day one. So when he won that world title against Gradovic, what did that feel like for you?
Amazing. I was dreading the night, to be honest with you, because in my head I knew he was going to win. I told everyone he was going to win 8 rounds. I was positive he was going to do it. And then I just thought, oh my God, I'm not an emotional person whatsoever. I was dreading getting emotional in that ring, like, getting a few tears or whatever. But I never. I was fine, like, but fantastic achievement.
To see the look at your face now, like that meant to you these sort of nights.
Amazing. To get that buzz. We've won all these through everyone Welsh titles, having British titles, Commonwealth, European. To win that world title as a pro, like icing on the cake.
And your emotions when you become a world champion, beating Evgeny Gradovic?
I couldn't describe them in words. Couldn't put it into words. From like a young age, working so hard to finally achieve your goal. You can't put something like that into words.
What's it been like your 3 defences, Montel, Eric Hunter, Jonathan Barros?
3 different styles. First of all, I had Montiel. I was away from home in America. A former, in his day, he was an elite fighter. He won 3 world titles, so you got to be a brilliant fighter to win a world title, and an outstanding fighter to win 2. So you've got to be elite to win 3, the best of the best. So in his day, he was one of the best. Beat him handily on points, unanimous decision. Gained invaluable experience. And then Eric Hunter, again, a very, very good fighter, very skillful. I think his attitude let him down a bit, but his talent was second to none. Again, beat him unanimous decision, comfortable. And the same again with Barros, very experienced, former WBA world champion, made about 3 or 4 defences, mandatory challenger, so my second mandatory challenger. And again, I beat him handily on points too. All great learning fights.
What was it like for you the night he beat Gradovic and become a world champion?
Oh, it's amazing night.
I knew deep down. What emotions you went through that night?
I was okay actually. But I always knew we beat Gradovic because with the improvement with Tony Borgen during the training, you could see the improvement after every fight. And we knew Gradovic was moving forward because he'd keep coming forward, and we'd just box his head off.
What do you think the future holds for him?
People haven't seen the best of him, He hasn't had to dig deep in any of the fights. Even his world title fights, he won out of the canter, like, As soon as he said step it up, he stepped it up and took him out.
Providing he comes through December 9, 2018 should be the year that springballs into household name. There's the Josh Warrington fight and Frampton fights are out there, and they're both potentially open-air stadium fights. You win those 2, surely he's a household name.
He's got to be. I would have thought this time last year, I really honestly expected him to be by October, November. This time now, I thought he'd be an household name. I thought he had the big fights. Warrington, Frampton, Santa Cruz. I thought he'd have had 2 of those fights by now. It hasn't happened that way, but he stayed focused. He stayed in the gym. He stayed on track, and just ready to get back in the big picture.
You see he's got this lovely house now in a little village near Barry. When you see he's bought that, paid for that, how good does that make you feel as his trainer?
Really, I'm proud that when he walks away from boxing, he's one of the boxers who come away and think, well, okay, I earned this, I bought that, and that. That's what he got to show for it. Not many boxers come out like that, so I'm proud of that.
If you come through next year, do you want to go back to America in a sense? Do you want to go back there?
For me, I haven't had much luck, not in boxing, in life, and everything. You look at the 3 fighters that signed with our Heyman, that's myself, Carl Frampton, and James DeGale. Them pair had the big fights, made millions of dollars, and you've seen the luck right with me, pull outs and all sorts. So I've just been a little bit unlucky. So hopefully next year can be a better year for me.
The other world champions, Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, Oscar Valdez. Which one would give you the toughest fight?
I've sparred many rounds with Valdez. We've had very good spars, very competitive. Gary Russell Jr. He's a southpaw, very very fast hands, punches hard, and Santa Cruz brings a lot of pressure. But I believe on my night I beat off with him. If I can box to the best of my ability, I believe I can beat off with him. The toughest test would probably be Gary Russell Jr. because of his hand speed. but then on a different night, it could be Santa Cruz with his work rate. You never know. They're all good in their own right, but I believe I can beat all 3 of them. My ideal plan: beat Josh Warrington, beat Carl Frampton, and then have a unification fight with maybe Santa Cruz.
Because if you come through Warrington and Carl Frampton, your name's got to be made in America.
It's set up a big fight for Santa Cruz if I could beat Carl Frampton. I'm Lee Selby, and I'm a fighter by trade.